ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। जय श्री हरि विष्णु भगवान। जय Mahalakshmi Mata. 10th chapter of the Vaishakh Mas Mahatmya of the Vaishnav Khanda of the Skand Puran. Chapter 10. Glorification of the gift of umbrellas. The story of Hemkant. Mathila said, O Brahman, describe in detail the procedure of Ashunya Shayan Vrat that was advised by Devas and performed by the wife of Kama. What is the charitable gift therein? What is the procedure? How is the worship to be performed? What is the benefit thereof? Describe this, O Brahman. I am very eager to hear. Shrutudev said, Listen once again. I shall recount the vrat that is named Ashunyashayan, that is destructive of all sins, and that was recounted by Hari to Rama. If that vrat is performed, the Lord of Devas, having the lustre of cloud, the Lord of the universe, the destroyer of all masses of sins, the husband of Lakshmi, becomes pleased. If a person does not perform this vrat, O king, that is destructive of sins, and continues to lead the life of a householder, that shall be fruitless unto him. On the second day in the bright half of the month of Shravan, O king, this excellent vrat named Ashunya Shayan should be taken up. When the 4 months of the rainy season have arrived, men should regularly eat only the Havishya food. O Lord, the Paran should be completed in the course of the 4 months. Janardhan, the Lord of the universe, should be worshipped along with Lakshmi. When the day of Paran arrives, 4 types of foodstuffs should be given as present to a Brahman having a large family. The Lord's idol should be beautiful and made of gold or silver. The Lord shall be clad in yellow garments and adorned with silvan garlands. The idol should be exquisitely made. The devotee should worship Purushottam with sweet smelling white flowers. The worship should be accompanied by gifts of beds, garments, feeding of brahmanas, feeding of couples, and monetary gifts. After worshipping Janardhan during the 4 months thus, the devotee should worship Hari as before in the months beginning with Margshirsh. He should meditate on Hari, red in complexion and accompanied by Rukmini. Thus, he should worship the Lord during 4 months beginning with Chaitra. Then he should devotedly worship the Lord stationed along with Bhumi, earth, the Lord devoid of sins and eulogized by Sanandan and other sages. He should conclude the worship on the second day in the month of Ashad. He should perform the home in the auspicious fire with the 8 syllabled mantra Om Namo Narayanaya. In the Paran of the months beginning with Margshish, O king, the devotee should perform home with Vishnu Gayatri. Note the procedure for the months beginning with Chaitra. He should perform home in the auspicious fire with Paurush Sukt Mantra. The Naivedyas should be Panchamrit, milk pudding, and sweet pie cooked in ghee. The materials are to be given in this order. Note the procedure for the gift of idols. He should, in the beginning, give a golden idol of Lakshmi Narayan. He should give a golden image of Krishna, the Supreme Atman, in the middle. He should give a silver idol of the noble souled Varaha in the end. He should then feed Brahmanas with the names beginning with Keshav. After honoring them with pairs of clothes and ornaments in accordance with his financial position, he should adore them and offer sweet pies cooked in ghee as presents. He should offer these to 12 Brahmanas. Then he should give the image fashioned in advance to the preceptor. The bed, as planned before, should be complete and embellished with all ornaments. The great deity Lakshmi Narayan should be dutifully worshipped on it. That should be given to an excellent Brahman, a Vaishnav with a large family, along with a bell metal vessel and many sweet pies. The present should be made along with garments and ornaments as well as monetary gifts. He should dutifully worship other Brahmanas too and feed them. The mantra for the gift. Just as your bed, O Janardhan, is not devoid of Lakshmi, so also, O Keshav, let my bed too be not vacant by the merit of this charitable gift. After requesting the Lord of Devas thus, he should take his food himself. This vrat can be performed by man, a chaste woman, or a widow. This excellent vrat should be performed for the sake of Ashunishan, non vacant bet, that is, lifelong partnership of the spouse. Thus, O excellent king, the vrat has been recounted to you in detail. When Jagannath is delighted, there shall be different kinds of progeny. When the Lord of Devas is pleased, those inaccessible to even Devas can be acquired. Hence, by all means, one should perform this vrat. It should be necessarily performed by one who is desirous of going to the great reign of Vishnu. Thus, everything has been described by me. What else do you wish to hear? On being told thus by him, the saintly king requested the sage once again. Describe in detail the greatness of the gift of umbrellas in the month of Vaishakh. I am not satiated by listening to the holy rites mentioned for the month of Vaishakh. They are conducive to auspiciousness. On hearing these words of his that bring about fame and increased merit, Shrutudev of great fame replied to the king of great fortune. Shrutudev said, infinite is the merit of those persons who offer protection from sunshine to noble souled men heated by the sun. In this context, they cite this traditional legend of yore belonging to the holy rites of Vaishakh. This is the incident that happened formerly in Krita Yug. Formerly, there was an intelligent king in Vangdesh, well known as Hemkant. He was the son of Kushaketu. He was the most excellent one among those who bore weapons. Once, as he was much interested in hunting, he entered a deep forest. There he killed different kinds of animals such as boars, etc. At the time of midday, he became completely exhausted. He went to hermitages of sages. At that time, the sages of good holy rites named Satar Sins were engaged in meditation. They were not at all aware of anything that was going on outside. On seeing those Brahmans motionless, the king became furious and was inclined to kill them. At that time, 10,000 disciples restrained the king. O evil minded one, listen to our words. Our perceptors are engaged in meditation. They do not know anything that happens outside. Hence, it does not behove you to be angry. Thereupon, excited with fury, he spoke these words to the disciples. O Brahmanas, I am exhausted in my journey. Treat me with hospitality. On being told thus by the king, the disciples said to the king, we have not been directed by our preceptors, O king. Further, we eat what we get by way of alms. We are dependent on our preceptors. How are we competent to entertain you? Thus, refused by the disciples, the king took up his bow in order to kill them. These have been saved by me in various ways from dangers due to animals, robbers, etc. Now, those who were given monetary gifts by me tried to teach me. These are ungrateful and excessively proud. They are like murderous assailants. Even if I kill them, there is no harm. Infuriated thus, he began to discharge arrows from his bow. When they fled, he chased them. Thus, he killed 300 disciples. In their fright, they left the hermitage and fled away quickly. When the disciples were driven away, the evil minded soldiers seized the various articles stocked in the hermitage forcibly and ate them up. In this, they were encouraged by the king himself. Thereafter, the king returned to the city by the end of the day, accompanied by his army. On hearing about the action of his son, Kushketu reproached his son very strongly. As he was devoid of patience and unsuitable to the kingdom, the king banished him from the city as from his land itself, O king. Banished by his father, King Hemkant became excessively bewildered. He entered the thick forest and was very much afflicted by hatyas, sins of slaughter. He stayed for a long time in the deep forest, devoid of men. He followed the practice of hunters and maintained himself. He could not permanently stay anywhere because he was hotly pursued by the hatyas continuously. Thus, the vicious one passed 28 years. Once a great sage named Trita came to that forest in the course of his pilgrimage. It was the month of Vaishakh, and the time was midday with the sun blazing furiously. As he went along, he was oppressed by the sun's heat and was extremely afflicted with thirst. He fell into a swoon in a place where there was no tree at all. As good luck would have it, King Hemkant saw the great sage named Trita. Being overwhelmed with fatigue, he had swooned. He was much distressed due to the thirst. The base king took pity on him. He made an umbrella with leaves of palash tree and warded off the sunshine by holding it above the head of the sage. He gave him some water kept in a gourd. By this service, the sage regained his consciousness. He held the umbrella made of leaves which was handed over to him by that Kshatriya. Thereby, he recovered from fatigue. He went to a certain village and got back to the regular functioning of the sense organs. On account of the power of that meritorious deed, the 300 brahmahatyas perished instantaneously. He became a noble souled one. Thereupon, Hemkant, the mighty warrior, became surprised. I have been afflicted in various ways. Where have those brahmahatyas gone? How have they gone? Have they been expelled by anyone? What is the cause thereof? He was thinking in this manner about his relief from Brahmahatyas. Even as the king stood thus ignorant of the cause thereof, the messengers of Yam came there in order to take away this high souled Hemkant who was staying in the forest. They made him sick with dysentery in order to take away the life of this noble souled one. Agitated due to the death pangs, he saw three beings who were terrible with hair on their heads standing up erect. They were the messengers of Yam, instilling fear in him, thinking about his evil deeds. The king remained silent then. As a result of the charitable gift of an umbrella, O king, he was reminded of Vishnu. Recollected by him, Mahavishnu said to his minister Vishwaksena, you go quickly and restrain the messengers of Yam. Protect Hemkant, who was engaged in the holy rite belonging to Vaishakh. Go to his city and hand over this devotee of mine free from sins to his father. Enlighten Kushketu through these words uttered by me. Whether one is deprived of all dharmas or bereft of celibacy, etc., if he is engaged in Vaishakh dharmas, he has undoubtedly committed serious crimes. Sirayusa, long lived. He is endowed with the qualities of heroism, liberal mindedness, etc., and is on a par with you in good qualities. Hence, establish this powerful prince in the administration of the kingdom. Command that excellent king that he has been directed thus by Vishnu. Leave Hemkant with his father and come back to me. On being ordered thus by the Lord, Vishwaksena, the mighty one, came near Hemkant and restrained the messengers of Yam. With his propitious hand, he touched the limbs of the king. By the power of the contact with the devotee of the Lord, he became rid of all ailments in an instant. Vishwaksena went to his city along with him. On seeing him, Kushketu, the great lord, became surprised. He bowed down his head devoutly and prostrated flat on the ground. He took the attendant of the Supreme Being into his abode. Eulogized he eulogized him with different kinds of prayers. He adored him with his great affluence. Delighted with him, Vishwaksena, the mighty one, told him everything that had been previously spoke to him by Vishnu in regard to Hemkant. On hearing it, Kushketu installed his son in the kingdom. Permitted by Vishwaksena, he entered the forest along with his wife. After taking leave of Hemkant with due deference, Vishwaksena went to Shvetadweep. The intelligent and noble-minded Vishwaksena returned to the side of Vishnu. King Hemkant thereafter performed all the holy rites pertaining to Vaishakh, causing auspiciousness and pleasing to Vishnu. He performed those holy rites every year. He was a favorite patron of Brahmanas, strictly adhered to the path of virtue. He was quiescent. He subjugated all the sense organs and the mind. He was merciful to all living beings. He was initiated in all yajnas. He flourished with all affluence. He was surrounded by sons, grandsons, etc. After enjoying all worldly pleasures, he attained the world of Vishnu. I do not see any other holy rite on a par with those belonging to Vaishakh. Effort in this regard is pleasant. They are the cause of plentiful merit. They are like fire unto the fuel of sins. They are easily accessible. They are the giver of all aims of life, beginning with dharma and ending with moksha. This is the 10th chapter of the Vaishakh Mas Mahatmya of the Vaishnav Khand of the Skanda Puran. All those who are listening, please say with me, Jai Shri Hari Vishnu Bhagwan, Jai Mahalakshmi Mata. Friends, please like and share this video. Also do subscribe the channel. Thanks. Hare Krishna.